Basically, this video is about how to get more bang for your buck when it comes to all that traffic you are working so hard to drive to your website. Hey boutique owner and other e-commerce friends, I'm Angela, head dreamer here at Hot Mess. In today's video, I'm looking at website optimization, what that actually means, and some simple but effective ways to do it. And FYI, I'm not talking specifically about search engine optimization today, but more about the on-page user experience that your website visitors have. But improving that will benefit your SEO as well. So basically, this video is about how to get more bang for your buck when it comes to all that traffic you are working so hard to drive to your website. So stay tuned and let me break it down for you. And by the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay in the Hot Mess loop. Okay, so let's get into this simple guide on how to optimize your website. So first of all, what is website optimization? I just want to share first the technical definition, which is what trips a lot of people up, versus just the simple, easy to understand terms. So the technical definition is a process of using tools and advanced strategies to improve the performance of your website, drive more traffic, increase conversions, and grow revenue. Not that that's too technical. We could get a lot more technical than that, in fact. But this still, advanced strategies, tools, performance, conversions. These are sometimes scary terms for people, but when you really break them down and look at what they actually mean, it's really it's nothing to be fearful of or to. It's possible for you to work on this. So let's break it down a little bit to be a little bit more basic, right? So in simple terms, website optimization is just anything that you do to your website, anything at all, to improve the odds of your customer or your visitors making a purchase, period. And this can range from a huge entire revamp of your whole site to very small, minor tweaks that can make an impact. So the thing is, in terms of how to just do this, how to just optimize your website, do not overthink it. There are a million ways that you can optimize. There are so many things that you can change and update about your site. There are so many ways that you can look at making the decisions about what to change. Just do one thing at a time and don't get ahead of yourself and don't worry about all of these other things that you could be doing. In fact, with true website optimization, a big revamp is one thing and it's not a bad idea to dig into that. But from there, you should really be doing one small thing at a time. Because otherwise you're not going to know. For example, say that you changed 5 things about your website, and they could have all been very small things. You wrote them down even. You have a list. You did these 5 things, and now you want to see if people start checking out with more in their cart, or your conversion rate goes up, or whatever the case is, right? Well, if you did 5 things, how are you going to know which thing was actually the reason behind everything going better? So doing one thing at a time allows you to see okay, this makes a positive impact. Let's stick with this way. Now let's see what's going on over here. Oh, this works better. And that's optimization, and just continuing to do that until you figure out all of the things on your site that can really help guide your customer to click buy and in the end actually check out. So anyway, don't overthink it. Do just one thing at a time. Monitor that one thing, rinse and repeat. Again, keep doing that. Trial and error, right? So where do you start? So the questions you can ask yourself are, where are people dropping off of your website? And this part does get a little bit more technical. So you do want to use Google Analytics or Shopify Analytics to at least get a basic understanding of what's happening. Also, are you getting enough traffic in the first place? Because you do want enough traffic while you're doing this in order to make, any sort of meaningful inference from from the results of what you're testing out, right? Like what I'm saying is if you're getting 5 visitors a day, focus on your website traffic before you focus on website optimization, because those 5 visitors are never going to give you enough data to say like, oh yes, this did better than this kind of thing. So keep that in mind. But if assuming that you are getting enough traffic and like purchases at all originally would help. That way you're looking at an improvement in conversion rate versus, something that could be more fundamentally wrong if you're really not getting any purchases at all. But from there, again, Google Analytics or Shopify Analytics is a great way to start to look at data and figure out what, set some goals for yourself, basically. So, and figure out where to start with all of this. So, exactly where to start though. Just interrogate your conversion process or sales funnel or customer journey or whatever you want to call it, right? Which is simply that journey of, and actually it starts sooner than your website, right? How do they get to your website in the first place? How do they find you? And how do you keep talking to them to get them back? But then, once they're on your website, what does that journey look like? Are visitors finding what they're looking for? If not, why? Are you not offering the right payment options or giving enough information or asking too much information? Like hints, it is harder to get people to fill out birthdays and phone numbers, for example. So, the less that you ask, the easier that you make things, is going to be better. For your results and your bottom line. So once you have answers to some of these questions, you can start to prioritize areas for website optimization. And remember, once you do have a look at your data and you do figure out some goals and priorities, you still can't do it all at once. And even if you could, you shouldn't. Focus on one objective at a time. For example, improving conversion rates and then improving average cart total. If your traffic is low, though, focus on improving traffic first before doing website optimization. And another way that you can test your website to start to see those areas that might be tricky for other people in any way, shape, or form, even though maybe it doesn't seem that way to you, is just get a friend to navigate your store to give you feedback. Get your grandma to navigate your store after a glass of wine. No, but really, because however you can make this as simple as possible, you have to kind of pretend that your visitors are technically challenged a little bit or are under the influence of a little bit of wine or, can they still find what they're looking for? Is there a ton of loopholes that they have to go through to actually check out? Things like that. So, and then make incremental changes based on the feedback that you're getting, one thing at a time. And then from there, it's just test and tweak. It's just like the rest of business. It's trial and error. Good luck, my friends. Okay, so that's the down low on website optimization. Optimizing your website needs to be one of your top priorities, but we see so many business owners either get really caught up in this or just ignore it altogether because it seems too overwhelming. You just have to remember that your customers are, at the end of the day, humans just like you. And really, website optimization is all about making it just a nice, easy, and maybe even guided experience to visit your store. Simple enough, right? I hope this has helped you wrap your head around website optimization. Please let us know in the comments if anything in particular has stood out. And if you have more technical questions or you want to just get some help from a professional, go ahead and reach out to us. That's what we're here for. And don't forget to subscribe. Need more? Check out the blog at hotmessblog.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. Cheers!